Hey guys, welcome back. Today's Monday, April 27th, and we will be learning about arc length today. So arc length, we've already learned about circumference. Arc length is a fraction of the circumference. Basically, if we could take this piece of the circle and lay it out straight along a ruler and measure it from, let's say, point A to point B, that would be the length of arc AB. So your formula, since it's a fraction of the circumference, it's very similar to the formula for the area of a sector. So we have the fraction, which we get by taking the central angle over the whole circle's angle, which is 360. And then we multiply by the circumference formula. So note here, for the circumference formula, you could also multiply by pi times diameter, depending on what you're given. If you're given radius, you'll want to use 2 pi r. If you're given diameter, you'll want to use pi d. Let's do some examples together. Find the length of arc zy, round to the nearest hundredth. So basically what we're doing, since this only has 2 letters, remember we know this is a minor arc. So we know that we're looking at this smaller arc here from z to y. So we'll use the equation, since they gave us the radius, we'll use this equation, L equals x over 360 times 2 pi r. So substitute in the central angle for arc zy is 75 degrees, and the radius is 4 inches. So to solve, we multiply. You could go ahead and plug this in your calculator. However, if you were ever asked for the exact answer, you would want to multiply all the whole numbers together and leave the pi outside. So you end up with 5/3, and since that's multiplied by pi still, it would be 5 pi over 3. But if you just went ahead and plugged it into your calculator, it should give you 5.236 when you plug in the entire equation. So 5.236 is our answer, but it said round to the nearest hundredth, so our answer should be zy, arc zy, equals 5.24. And our units for this, since it's a length, we'll just use the units that are given for the radius. So in this case, it would be inches. All right, let's do another. Arc zy is this arc here. This time they gave us the diameter, since it's going fully across the circle. So we'll use this equation. The arc length equals x over 360 still. That still gives you the fraction of the circle. But instead of 2 pi r for the circumference, we'll do pi times d. So to substitute in, we'll plug in 130 degrees for the central angle, since that's the central angle that pairs up with our arc. And for the diameter, we'll plug in 10. Again, if you wanted to find the exact answer for this, you would multiply the whole numbers together, which would give you 65 over 18, and that's still multiplied by pi. However, if you just plugged this into your calculator, you would get the approximate answer 11.3446. So your answer should be that arc zy is equal to 11.34 centimeters. Finally, for part C, I'm sure you guys are catching on by now. The equation should be L equals x over 360 times, since they gave us the radius, we'll use 2 pi r. So substitute in, the central angle measure is 75 degrees. The radius is 6 inches. Now to solve this, the exact answer would be 5 pi over 2. The approximate answer is 7.854. So the answer with units is that arc ZY is equal to 7.85 inches. Now what I want you to notice from this, I want you to see if you can answer this question. Does the radius, look at A and C, does the radius of the circle affect the arc length? Notice that arc ZY, they have the same measure. Arc ZY in both of these circles has a measure of 75. Remember, arc measure is measured in degrees. However, the arc length, that's measured in inches, centimeters, etc. The arc lengths are different. So notice, a larger arc length does affect, a larger radius does affect the arc length. A larger radius creates a larger arc length. Even though they have the same measure, they have different lengths since they're in different size circles. Go ahead and try the 3 practice problems below. Pause the video and do them for yourself first. Here are your answers for those practice problems. Your homework for tonight is on page 711. You're completing these 4 problems, and your reflection question is this: what questions do you still have about today's goal? If you don't have any questions, write a similar problem and solve it. That's all I have for you today, guys. Have a great day. Bye.